Hello, let's update you on my focus palette for 2026. Hello again. Normally I would film my update on my focus palette, which is the Cool Trills palette from Cosmic Beauty, brushes, whatever, in the beginning of the month, but it just didn't work out. And today is March the 12th. It's mid-month, but still I wanted to show you the progress I've made since the last update I have filmed, because I did hit another pan. Let's just dive into the palette and I will pop up the numbers somewhere here on the screen. This is what the palette is looking like today. Quite honestly, I didn't use it that much after hitting pan in Stone Cold. So the first pan I did hit was in Eternal, and the second pan was now in Stone Cold. Both of these shades are pretty good crease shades for me. This one is actually pretty dark on me, but I still like it. And it took me around 22-ish uses to hit pan in that shade. So the rest of the shades were not used that frequently because I tried to focus on that one, because I figured that would be the next pan I could hit, because the shimmers are pretty dry, not in a bad way. I do like a dry shimmer because those tend to grease less on me. I thought that I would have more visible progress in Slate already also. And is that somehow focusing? I don't know. I'm really not drawn to this very dark blue shade here, and also not this shimmer here. I feel like it is too dark for me and too purple leaning. I don't know. I'm just trying to figure out what kind of shade I want to focus on, like hitting pan next. I could go with that one actually, which is Moonlight, because I could use that pretty frequently as an inner corner highlight, I would say. It's not that silvery. Well, it is silver, but it's not that silvery on the eye. So you can actually, I feel like I can use it as an inner corner. I did use that black shade in my brows actually. So if I'm only using it very lightly on the outer part of my brows and also very, very lightly on the inner part, I can make that work, which is quite nice. Going into spring, I want to also force myself and use these mattes here more, because like the nails are giving also a little bit purple vibes, and I feel like that could be very matchy. I do love that shade here as well. It is also pretty purple color, but also pretty dry. So I'm rambling. I don't know which shade I will focus on. I think I will try and figure out a look or different looks I can pan. I think I could like have this and that one combined in a look, and then either put this shimmer on or this, or even this if I want to like go shifty, because that is a purple to green shifty shade. Blend it out with Eternal probably. That one is not really working as an inner corner highlight for all the looks you can create with that palette, unfortunately, because that one would be probably pretty easy to pan, because it is like, it's not a squishy formula, but not as dry as the other one, because it has kind of a bluish shift to it, and I feel like it does not always work with all the looks you can create with that palette. But anyways, I will let you know in my next update which shades I try to focus on, and then we'll see if there is another pan. So for now, I was able to, or by now, I was able to hit 2 pans in 2 months. So if I'm like focusing on that palette until mid of the year, we might end up with 6 pens in here, which would be great, or even more. Yeah, might also be less, but anyways, I love that palette, and I'm eyeing the Smolders palette and the Lovers palette. I would love to get those two palettes from the brand because I really like the formula, and I should have gotten Smolders instead of Cool Drills probably, because it is pretty blue also, and I like these shades, but I don't wear them too often. So yeah, and the Lovers palette would be a great pastel-y, colorful palette from that brand in my collection. So let's see when I'm actually pulling the trigger. Maybe in July or in August after my birthday. Not sure. But yeah, I will keep you updated on how it's working with my Cool Drills palette. I will try to use it now more often. I got a little bit distracted with the Project Level Up palette I was working on, and I'm now already again distracted by the new palette I've rolled in. So let's see how that is actually working. But, anyways, I hope everything is fine on your end and you achieve your padding goals. Let me know down in the comments if you're focusing on specific products this year. And I will see you in my next one. Bye, stay safe.